We got one, we got two, we got three different knives we're going to be checking out in this video. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we have three knives from Tenable. These should be interesting because Tenable has a special going on right now for St. Patrick's Day. I'll be sharing more details about that later in the video. There will also be links down below in the description and pinned comment if you guys want to check them out. Prices, availability, and variants. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. I'm going to be using the Tenable Link, which just released here not that long ago. Very nice, cool folder here. It was first present in the concept lineup, and now it is in the more affordable Tenable lineup. We're going to go in this order here, and we're going to start right off here with this one. Bada bing, bada boom. Full overview video on the link here in the channel if you guys want to learn more. But all right. This first one we're going to be looking at is one of their most popular models. It is the Shard Kingdom Design Rose Gold 14C28N Black Aluminum with the diamond texture. All right, that should be pretty sweet. 3.48 inches on the blade. Let's go ahead and get in here, shall we? And by the way, I think with their sale right now, it includes like green knives, but also other knives as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be the green kind per se. We got some paperwork, we got the knife, we got some Omega springs, which is nice to have some additional ones, and a wiping cloth, right? That's pretty much your unboxing experience right there. Of course, the silica candy. And holy smokes, guys, here it is in the flesh. We got the milled black aluminum right here, looking good. Absolutely love it. I checked out another variant, I believe in like a gray color some time ago. But yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful milling here. One of my favorites of all times. I like how it starts as diagonal lines, and when they meet, they create this sort of diamond pattern, but not the stretched out kind, right? The kind of square looking kind. I'll go ahead and compare it here to something like the Kunwu Chad, for example. Right, you can see these are a little bit more stretched out, and here on the Tenable they're a little bit more squared off. So something different, right? Something nice. And this black and sort of rose gold, is that what they call it? Yeah, they call it rose gold, and to me it's more of a brown color. Here we go. Let's go ahead and check out that blade, right? It's kind of like a rust, kind of like copper sand dune type of color. If you ask me, we're looking at 14C28N on this one. We got that sheep's foot blade with the flat grind. I mean, the Tenable right now is already a very popular knife, so I'm sure you probably have seen it if you've been in the knife world for a minute now, or if you're brand new. I mean, this was definitely one of the sweetest everyday carry knives you can pick up. We have a deep pocket carry clip that's reversible on the other side for lefties. Plenty of milling here on the liners on the inside for weight reduction. It is an exposed liner sandwich construction build. You have two standoffs back here and a tube there for your lanyard solution. Of course, it's going to be on ball bearings with the crossbar lock, so the action is going to be very, very smooth, right? Check that out, right? Ball bearing action. Very nice. You can deploy using the crossbar lock. You can deploy here with the hole itself. Let's do a spidey flick. Got a nice opening hole there with plenty of real estate to get at it there. And thumb deployment also pretty sweet there. Boom. Right, got good ergos where I'm able to get a full purchase with my average size hands. Again, not the biggest of hands, just average size, and I'm able to get plenty of room here if you have bigger hands, right? You can forward choke a tad bit, you still have plenty of room. You have a very utilitarian blade with the pokey tip, great for drug cuts, utility cuts, even have just a tad bit of belly, right? Nothing crazy. And you have a pretty decent cutting path, right? Decent cutting length right there. For sure, it is going to be a slicey one. I've already carried plenty of variants of the Shard here to tell you that it is definitely a sweet knife for everyday carry, right? Very, very capable, very nice, very elegant at the same time, right? Love the geometry, the overall design, very comfortable on hand. That aluminum is nice and contour all around, right? Makes it feel really good on the palm. And if you like this sort of black and rose gold, right, kind of bronze color combo here, this is definitely one to go with. Pocket clip is very comfortable too. This is their standard pocket clip that they put on basically most knives, and it's a good solid 9.5 out of 10. Doesn't feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. It has never had jimping here, and from what I'm reading on the comments, some of you guys really love jimping and some of you guys don't, right? For some reason, some people have complained that knives with jimping, right, can get a little uncomfortable if you're doing prolonged sessions. Knives with jimping, for other people, you know, it's a great thing because it gives you additional grip so your finger doesn't slide off one way or the other. I personally normally prefer jimping, right? That's not a problem for me, but you know, if the design doesn't call for it, I often, right, don't make it a big deal. I mean, it's not a deal breaker for me necessarily in any way, shape, or form. So I could see it going both ways and still be okay with it. If anything, you have good alignment right smack in the middle. So yeah, the recipe of the Shard is one that you absolutely cannot go wrong with for an everyday knife or just even a rotation knife. But this next one we're looking at, the drum roll please, here we go. It is the Tiny Dancer, right? Not the big dancer, but the tiny one. JB Scout design, a black wash D2 with a green micarta handle and a just a slightly over 3-inch blade, 3.17. Obviously check your local laws to see what knives you can carry and things like that. We got a wiping cloth, we got the sheath, we have some paperwork, right? Those are all the goodies. Why am I putting this away? I have no idea. Silica gel was stuck in there. But let's see the knife here. Bada bing, bada boom. It's sealed in place, so we have to like break it free. I think so. Let's go ahead and have the Shard here. Do the honors. There we go. Hello, can I have my knife? Thank you very much. All right, first things first, I'm just going to give it a nice little wipe here on the blade. I know it's got like a coat, like a nice little coat there for protecting the blade so you get it as pristine as possible. But yes, we're looking at D2. I'm glad it has a black coat on it, black stone wash finish for protection against corrosion. D2 is not the most corrosion resistant steel out there. We got a little bit of a harpoon here with some nice belly, a flat grind, good finger choil, plunge grind situation there. And then we have micarta on this one, full tank construction, lanyard solution back there, TA hardware on both sides. The micarta itself has some texture to it. So not only is it grippy by default, because it has kind of like a diagonal milling going on, but it also then has this additional milling there. As it stands, it is a full purchase, full 4-finger knife in the hammer grip, and then you can always forward choke for better control. Thumb right here behind the harpoon just feels right at home. That's where it's at. That feels really good as a knife if you're gonna do some prolonged cutting. This one is definitely pretty solid, and it's not that big of a machete, right? That's gonna be cumbersome in any way, right? For everyday carry, as long as you're not like, you know, chopping down a tree or anything, you should be good for everyday use. It's also pretty lightweight, right? Surprisingly pretty lightweight, and also pretty well built, pretty robust. Right, that full tank construction is going to be very, very solid. We're talking about a pretty good fixed blade here for quite some time to come. So great, amazing ergos, right? Multiple different grip positions. That belly's going to be great for tabletop cutting, right? It's going to make a good slicer, no doubt. Got a decent thickness to it, not too thin, not too thick, pretty dialed there to be robust, and also a slicer at the same time. I mean, it's a overall pretty decent recipe through and through. I think we've checked out this one in the channel before a time or two, right? Sheath experience going in, got a satisfying click, satisfying, right, release as well. Any rattle? Do we have any rattle here? Zero rattle whatsoever. And you have, I want to say, is this a pocket clip that turns? Yes, no. It absolutely does. So you could go here for the vertical carry, or you could go here, again, 45-degree turn for the scout carry. Pretty universal clip. It works nicely with your belt, with, you know, if you want to do a backpack strap, what have you, right? That's solid. You can adjust these here, move it further down if you want to. That's also an option. Drain hole on the sheath, and overall just pretty solid construction, right? Looks like we cut some sheath from the inside. Maybe that was already in there from the manufacturing. That is the Tiny Dancer. If you're looking for a nice little daily fixed blade, this is definitely a great solid banger right there for a good affordable price. I mean, that's what Tenable is all about, giving you nice affordable everyday carry knives, whether it be a fixed blade or whether it be a folder, right? It is the most affordable branch of concept knives. So they have a lot of their iconic designs now on the Tenable lineup at a way more affordable price, and that is a great W for all the knife enthusiasts out there. But here is the Tiny Dancer next to one of Vosteed's newly released fixed blades, the Inferno, a Stasa 23 knife therapy collaboration. Check it out. It is going to be a little bit of a longer knife overall, and full overview video here in the channel if you guys want to learn more. But also on the Tenable lineup is the Tenable Luccio, right? One of my favorite fixed blades from Tenable knives. That one has a pretty long cutting path. It is going to be a larger knife overall. So definitely check it out, right? Large knife versus small knife. Always best to know what knife to carry depending on what you got going on. We got one more, right? Kind of like that commercial, but wait, there is more. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this last one. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's finish off strong here. What are we looking at with this one? Let's take a look here, guys. We're looking at the Fenrir, possibly, arguably, the most popular knife model of Tenable knives, period. a Sparrow knife designs 3.49, just shy of 3.5 inches on the blade. We have Nitro V on the blade, green anodized aluminum with the diamond pattern. So this one should be a pretty epic one. I hope you guys are ready for it. I definitely am ready. Let's go ahead and see. All right, here we go. We got some paperwork, we got the knife, and that's pretty much it, right? Plastic wrap out of the way, and here we go. Woo-hoo. That is definitely a good popping green, if you ask me. Gotta love it. And yeah, this one's going more, like I said earlier, right? The little stretched out diamond pattern, like I showed you on the Kunwu Chad, but on aluminum scales. And these are some pretty good looking bright green scales, right? We got a sandwich construction. It is going to be a crossbar lock, the pocket carry clip. Again, that signature pocket clip from the Tenable lineup that just works so good. We see it across many of their different models. And reversible for lefties, which is good. Sandwich construction, exposed liners, 2 standoffs there, and matching green thumb studs. This one's definitely in with the St. Patrick's Day sale going on, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and bam, deploy the knife. Nitro V steel, I am here for it. Sign me up. Let's go ahead and clean the little solution there on the blade for protection. And we're looking at a black wash on this one. You're gonna be getting that iconic harpoon sort of clip point blade that has the tip pretty much aligned with the pivot, if not lower. And you have a decent, I mean, not the most belly in the world, but it definitely has a little bit of belly and definitely a longer cutting path, which is sweet. It is a flat grind, and it's definitely a very slicey one at that. So, I mean, everyone loves the Fenrir for a reason. It has been a very iconic, at first, concept model, now even more affordable on the Tenable lineup. I mean, that's just what it is. And you're getting a crossbar on this one. They do have button lock variants as well. And if you go on the concept lineup, you can get a frame lock version. We'll check some of those here in just a moment. But the action is nice and smooth here, as you would expect. Thumb deployment is nice. Spidey flick is good, right, off of the thumb studs. You get a very rock solid lockup, right? That blade is not going anywhere. And it has, similar to Kaiser's clutch lock, we have the ability to, there we go, you maybe see the holes on this side a little bit better. The ability to adjust the Omega springs a tad bit, right? Make them a little bit looser, make it a little bit tighter, whatever your preference might be, which is obviously a good to have. And while we're here, we have good milling on those internal liners, right? It gives you the nice solid construction of the steel liners, but without the additional weight. So it definitely feels pretty lightweight, especially with the aluminum scales. You're looking at some solid ergos, right? Full 4-finger grip, full purchase. Some models have a slightly better finger choil, right? I'll show you in a second. This crossbar version doesn't have that nice finger choil. That's about the only thing. If I had to nitpick, right, this one versus some of the other models, that would be about the only thing. But other than that, I mean, it's still pretty solid. Ergos, and the pocket clip is nice and comfortable. Good solid 9.5 out of 10. Thumb behind the harpoon, boom, good to go, right? You can get some work done for sure. Put your index finger here behind the blade like that, do some tip work, right? Or even do some package opening as well, or even some utility cuts and draw cuts. Got a pokey tip, right? Like that favorite YouTuber here on the platform would say. And just overall, I mean, pretty solid, sweet folder here. Nice alignment, right? Smack in the middle there, as you can see. And so out of the box, I mean, you're getting a very, very sweet knife for everyday carry. Well, it seems like the frame lock version took a leave of absence on me, and I don't know, went on vacation. I can't find it. You see the little finger choil situation. This is the button operated liner lock version, and that's what I was talking about earlier, right? These have a better like little finger choil solution. Now the trade-off there is you do get a slightly smaller cutting path. So if you are a give me the most cutting path you can get on a knife possible, then you want to go the crossbar lock version. If you want a nice little finger choil, right, you want to go either the button operated liner lock version or the frame lock version, or concept, right? You could do the plunge lock button lock, right? So this is a stronger locking system, if you ask me, right, than a plunge lock button lock. Some of you guys already know that. The main takeaway here is that the Fenrir comes in all kinds of flavors, right? If you want more premium steels, check them out on the concept lineup. If you want more budget affordability, absolutely check them out on the Tenable lineup. We should probably also throw in here, there we go. We looked at the Tiny Dancer And we also looked at the Shard, guys. There is a special going on right now for St. Patrick's Day. I believe it's only lasting until the 22nd of March. I'll probably put something on the screen here so you can see all the details. I want to make sure I don't get anything wrong. So there you go. That's what's happening right now. You want to use code Miguel EDC. That's going to help you out with a discount. Code Miguel EDC is going to get you a nice discount. Again, links to all these down below in the description and pinned comments if you guys want to check them out. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Guys, what are your thoughts on these? What do you guys like about them? What do you love about them? Is there anything you dislike about them? All feedback is welcome. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Shout out to Tenable for sending these in for me to check out and share with you guys. And shout out to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.